Hey, everybody, thanks for watching this week's episode. We want to promote where you can see us. For tickets, go to joegattoofficial.com to see all my tour dates. And for Steve's, go to punchup.live/Steve-Byrne. That's Byrne. He makes it super easy to find him. And now, on to the episode.
There was a problem, yo, I saw. Word to your mother.
You see Nosferatu?
Not yet. People tell me I look like the guy.
Oh my God.
People tell me I look like the guy in Nosferatu. I don't know if is that a compliment? It's probably a compliment. No. Yeah. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Two Cool Moms. I am Nosferatu, and I am here.
I just saw Nosferatu, and someone said you look like him.
I look like him. I do.
I don't think you look anything like Nosferatu.
You know what? I get a way better tan.
Yo, yeah.
I eat better.
You eat way better.
Nosferatu. That's okay. Well, thanks for joining us on this week's episode of Two Cool Moms. Steve Gatto and Joe Byrne are doing their things up in here.
That's my grandfather's name.
We appreciate
Joseph
Joe Byrne.
Byrne, yeah.
Joseph Byrne. That's why we get along.
That's why
we have a very special episode this week.
We do. Why is that?
Because we're trying something new. We're trying a new thing called Call Mommy. And we went
Call Mommy.
Hot Pockets. Presented by Hot Pockets.
The microwave thing.
Ding,
Call Mommy.
Yeah, ding. Your advice is served hot here on Two Cool Moms.
You knew it right away.
Of course.
That is crazy.
I'm full of surprises, Stevie. Yeah, so we want to do a thing where we would get in touch with our fans via the telephono. I don't think people talk on the telephono enough.
No, they don't. We need that connection.
I think
When's the last time you sent a letter?
A handwritten letter? I will tell you this.
Yeah.
I love a good handwritten note.
Yeah.
I love a good
When's the last
handwritten
time
note.
you did that?
Probably 2016.
You actually gave me a very nice card over the holidays.
I did.
Thank you very much for
I did.
that.
I write a note. Holiday time, I'm big on the note.
Yeah.
I love a good handwritten letter. I have a box. Do you have this at home? A box of letters that people have.
I have a definitely a crate of like keepsakes, and there's definitely some letters in there.
Got you. I have a specific box of letters that's just letters.
Yeah.
And in there, I have a letter from my mother that she sent, just a little note. And then I have a full letter from my father in there. Mm-hmm. And those are like two of my biggest keepsakes that I have. But then I also have all these letters from old exes and things, which I don't really look at anymore. Which
you still got it. You know what I'm talking about? You
like,
still got it, you old hound.
I still got the box. Still got the box of letters. That's what you mean, right?
See, I got
letters, yeah. But I have that. But it's just nice to see what people have said about you over the years. But I have like cards for my sisters, and now I started adding stuff my kids have written me.
Yeah,
not homework projects, but some stuff that they've like left notes back to me because I would write a note for when I made their snack and sent them to.
Right.
My mom used to send me to school with letters in my snack, and that was my biggest. I was so excited about that, so I started that with my kids, and they loved it. And they started writing me letters back when I was on the road. I would come home.
Oh, that's great.
My son snuck me a letter on a Post-it and put it in my backpack before I hit the road. And I had opened it up when I was on the road. And in there was a little thing. It was like, Dad, I miss you. Hurry back home.
Oh,
Love, Remo.
Great.
I was like such a sweet little boy, you know?
It's nice to know your kids care. I never got.
No, I have a great one from Livy. She sent me a note. She put a note from your door. She sent me a note and said, Joe, I miss you so
Uncle
much.
Joey.
You're the best.
I wish my dad was like you, successful.
Thanks for everything. See you soon. No, they're great. Your kids, think you're all right. But I do love a good handwritten letter. I do love a good handwritten letter, and I do try to take some time to do a handwritten note. But I think it's an art form that gets lost. I think words on paper is very important.
Yeah, I think the last time I wrote it's less a letter, more it was maybe 3 months ago. Suicide note. Anyways,
unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful. Yeah, still here, baby.
I didn't. You do like a phone call though. I love a phone call. You and I are big phone call guys. You used to call me. You used to call me a lot more. By the way,
I check in on you.
Yeah, but you used to call me more.
Well, it's not reciprocal.
You stop. Yeah, I don't call you much.
You don't.
I'm working on that in 2025.
No. You call.
I do call you.
You call from the road.
We'll call. Things will remind us of each other.
You will FaceTime me with Jiggy. 100%. You're like, we're eating. We miss you.
Yeah.
That's when it'll happen. But I'll be traveling and I'll be like, oh, I just wonder how Joe is. And I'll just call you and say, hey, I miss you. It's not more than 2 minutes.
I love that. I love
But
the
yeah.
quick check-in just to find out about stuff.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, you know, I do call. I think of you often when we're eating or
Yeah.
shopping in antique stores.
Ah, I love an antique store.
Yeah, you do.
Love
Sometimes
it.
things remind me of you in an antique store, and I'll just purchase them and send them to you.
You go right to the dice.
Yeah, I go to the dice for me, but for you, sometimes there's just something around. I'll look at it, it'll remind me of you, and I'll buy it and I'll just ship it to your house.
Well, by the way, I want to thank you very much. I used my flask.
Oh, the flask!
I used the flask.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I went to a party recently in my neighborhood. And I was like, and Jess is like, what should we bring? And I was like, well, you know, you bring whatever you want. And I was like, I know what I'm going to bring.
Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
I went to my cupboard. I got my little JMO. I put some in, and it was pretty cool. It felt like
It's cool.
I felt like an outlaw.
Yeah,
I was like,
I love it.
It's cool. I'm drinking. I'm
Yeah.
at somebody's house, but I'm like, should I be doing this? Like, it felt cool.
That's
I wish I
cool.
had the book with me.
Yeah,
I should have
be
brought
carried
the book
around
with me.
Yeah.
People were like, what's the book? I should have done that.
Did you have the flask hidden on your person?
I had it in my pocket.
Oh,
yeah.
that's so fun.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that flasks were curved that way, so they could fit against
So
your thigh.
yeah, it goes along your
Yeah.
leg. Yeah.
That's nice.
Which was pretty cool. Yeah.
But I bought you the flask. That wasn't at a vintage store. I do buy you gifts and just send them to your home from vintage stores.
Yes. Yes. What is happening
You haven't put
here?
it together yet?
Wait, what?
You got an unmarked package about 3 months ago,
Hold on a second.
and you posted it on
Are
Instagram.
you kidding me?
Yeah.
That was you?
That was me and Jiggy.
Are you serious, dude?
Well, and you posted it, and I sent it to Jiggy, and we were hysterical laughing. It was this. We FaceTimed you.
No way. That
Yeah,
was you.
That was us.
Oh my
we
God.
FaceTimed you with this such a racist Asian doll with a gong. And it was
With
like,
a
oh,
gong.
Stevie, wish you were here. We missed you. And we like pretended it was you. And then I was like, oh, how funny would this be if I bought it and just sent it to him? So we bought it and sent it to you, unmarked from the place. And then you posted on the
And I was
photo.
like, whoever sent this to me, thank you. This is hilarious. Or something like that.
And it's up in your office now.
And
right?
I said I've always wanted a Bobby Lee action figure or something like that. And so it's in my office though, the Asian boy with the gong.
It was so funny.
And then it was funny because when we were putting out the Christmas decorations, my wife puts the shelf with the TV above the fireplace, and I put the Asian with the gong. She's like, that is not going there. I'm like, it's hilarious. She's like, you are not putting that there. But it's in my office. Dude, that's hilarious.
Isn't that
That
great?
was you.
That was
and you
like-
never said anything.
Never. I was sitting on a tour right
Classic
now.
Joe Gatto.
Yeah, it's me, man.
Classic Joe
I let
Gatto.
those things simmer for 3 to 4 months.
I would never have the patience. I'd be like, did you get it? It was funny? Like, you will literally let a joke. Oh, that's what I love you.
buddy.
That's
See,
hilarious.
I think of you often, is what I'm saying. I think of you. You know, we did talk more on the phone. I will work on that.
That was so funny. So I gotta get a picture sent so you guys we'll post it in the thing. Oh my God, that is hilarious.
I definitely have the photo. I'll send it over and we'll put it up for everybody.
Because I remember opening it going, what the fuck is this? Like,
No
seriously,
note, no nothing. We just sent it from
and
there.
I was like, you know, of course, it's these times like, this is pretty racist, right? Like, is this racist? And
But I
asked
love
Jess,
that
I'm
we
like,
FaceTimed you with it, and we were like laughing. We were all laughing together about it, and then we sent that exact doll to you.
I didn't remember
And you
it.
didn't remember.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Oh my God, my kids were like, even my son goes, that's scary looking. Like, yeah, it is pretty scary looking, but oh, that is so funny.
That's my
That was
favorite thing
you.
about the antique stores. They always have like a creepy doll section. I'll always add it to my story or go live on Instagram with it about like the creepy dolls. And there's nothing like an antique store when it comes to creepy dolls.
No.
And they have so many. I wonder like why they buy them. Are people out there buying these they're literally haunted dolls. Like, you know they are.
100%.
So scary.
100%. By the way, the what was it? What's the one with the doll? The one-
Annabelle?
Annabelle?
Yeah.
Like, when you actually have you ever seen the actual Annabelle?
Yes.
It's a Raggedy doll, Raggedy Andy.
Raggedy Ann and Andy. Yeah, Raggedy
Remember,
Ann. and-
but those were really popular when we were kids.
Yeah.
They were everywhere. And so to see it, you're just like, the doll in the movie actually looks like creepy.
Yep.
But the other one looks so nothing.
Normal,
It looks
yeah.
normal,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't think it's scary at all.
It looks like Raggedy Ann on Ozempic. Annabelle, doesn't it? Like he's like all like depleted in the eyes. All
It looks
bugged.
like if you took that and put it in AI,
right.
what would it be?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it was
For
created.
Sure. For sure. Did you? I remember.
I can't believe that was you. That is so goddamn goddamn funny. And you kept it from me this whole time.
I couldn't believe you didn't put it together.
No, I was like, who did this? Because I was like, somebody obviously forgot to leave a note. And then I was just
You
trying to
thought
put
it was like
together.
a real
It's
gift?
I honestly, I swear to God, I thought it was a real gift. Like,
It was nice. It was pricey too.
was it really?
Yeah.
Well, it is in my office, and
Yeah,
I've
great.
taken care of it.
I love it. I
Yes.
love it. It was an expensive joke, but it was worth it for sure. I haggled a little. I got it down, but to be honest, I think it's like
I
worth
can't
something.
believe that was you.
Oh,
You are not the world's okayest comedian. You're one of the world's above average comedian.
I'm an above average.
Yeah, above average. No,
Above
you're
average at best.
fantastic. that was hilarious. Oh man,
I love you, buddy.
that was a good one.
Good. Well, I love you, and I'll promise
you
to
too,
call
buddy.
you more in 2025.
No, I'm not. That's not a complaint.
I
At
know
all.
it's on my bucket list.
We keep in touch.
We
I'd
do.
say.
You're
Yeah,
one of my best friends. For
100%.
sure.
Love
For
you.
sure. I love you, buddy. Let's get into helping people.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, do we? Yeah. Are we calling?
And we're gonna call people.
We're
we have
calling.
a segment called "Call Mommy." Play the music. Play the intro music.
Call mommy.
There it is. Okay, great. So now what we did was we put it out on our Instagram at
Yep.
2coolmomspod to send in your phone number and just a little bit about what your dilemma is, and we thought we would take a call.
Let's do it.
Let's see how it goes. Okay. Hi, thanks for calling Mommy. It's Joe and Steve.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you? What's your name?
My name is Alexis Cooper. I'm so excited.
Hi, Alexis. Thank you so much for calling into the Mommies.
Of course, thanks for having me.
We are here to help. So what is your dilemma, Alexis?
My dilemma is that I feel like I'm playing the lottery every night when I put my toddler to bed, whether or not she's going to wake up and what time it'll be, or if she's going to sleep through the night.
Ah, okay. How old's the toddler now?
She'll be 2 in March.
Oh, yeah. That's a tough one. Speaking from my experience, my daughter didn't sleep through the night the first time until she was 2 years old. And then my son slept through the night when he was 6 months old. So I do think it is a lottery crapshoot kind of situation. Yeah.
Monsters Incorporated.
Yes.
She
definitely
loves it.
watch Monsters Incorporated. That'll help. In terms of like sleeping and this is like, I mean, my wife does this for a living. Like literally, she does this for a living. So I hear about this all the time. But I guess if you visit my wife.
So your answer to Alexis was call the help from us is to talk to you're outsourcing the help.
But this is like what she does for a living. So if you want to DM her on Instagram, I'll tell her to hook you up. But it's literally My Dreamy Sleeper. That's what my wife's handle is, and she literally.
Get out of here.
I
That's
swear to God,
great.
yeah. So because we had it as a gift when we were, because I was going through we were going through the same thing. When my daughter was born, I guess it's 3 months in. Your child is, I guess, mature enough at that time period as a baby to adapt to sleep training, and it's just it's a set of circumstances that you're going to put your kid into. It's going to seem very uncomfortable, but once they adapt to it, all of a sudden your child's getting sleep, you're getting sleep, and you're so much the better for it. So I don't know exactly what to tell you because I haven't had the
Besides,
training.
talk to his wife. So
But
talk to Steve's wife. What's her podcast called?
It's called My Husband's a Dipshit. But yeah, just go to My Dreamy Sleeper. That's like I literally tagged her in something like a post or two ago. But it's literally what she does for a
That's
living.
amazing.
So yeah,
Yeah.
she's worked with people. She signed many NDAs with that I could get her sued for right now. But
Oh my gosh, you're hilarious.
but honestly, I mean, it is one of those things where, boy, if your kid's not sleeping,
Yeah.
it affects everything. And my heart goes out to you, and it affects the whole household, everything.
For sure. Are you?
Absolutely.
Do you find yourself a little bit more cranky?
Do I personally get more cranky when she doesn't sleep?
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sending you lots of love and patience during this time, but definitely check out Steve's wife's website for help.
I wish I had a promo code or something, but it's if you go to My Dreamy Sleeper, like on Instagram, or just look me up or whatever. But that, I mean, I'll literally text her today and say, hey. We have a caller in
Alexis.
from Tuco. Alexis is going to reach out to you, I would love to help you out, and I know she'd love to help you out too.
That's awesome. Look at this. We're helping the world.
This was perfect then. I called the right spot.
You definitely did.
Look
Well,
at that. That
worked out great.
Slam dunk.
Well, thanks for calling Mommy. We love you, Alexis. Thanks for listening.
Oh, thank you so much, Steve. I'm coming to see you in March. I'm so excited.
No promo code.
You have to pay full price for Steve's ticket.
But
Have a
that's
good day,
awesome.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you, Alexis. Bye.
That's so sweet.
Bye.
Look at that.
That was cool.
That was really cool, huh? And the Call Mommy segment is fantastic. It's crushing. Yeah.
Nailed it 1 for 1.
Nailed it. 1 for 1.
We outsourced helping somebody.
Calling Mommy. Let's take
Yeah.
another call, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right.
Oh my God, are you okay?
I choked a little bit. Hi, it's thanks for calling Two Cool Moms and calling Mommy. It's Joe and Steve. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's your name?
My name is Whitney Spencer.
Hi, Whitney. It's,
Nice to meet you, Whitney.
Joe and Steve here. You have a dilemma that you need the moms to help you with.
Yes, I do.
All right, hit us up. What is it?
So I am an aspiring actress and model, but I live in a very rural part of North Carolina. So I was just wondering how to get out of a rural area, how to succeed in the industry, really just any tips.
Gotcha. So you're feeling trapped by your ruralness.
Yes.
Whitney, they actually film quite a bit in North Carolina, to be honest with you. There's there's like big tax incentives. Like I know Danny McBride films a ton of stuff out there. So there is quote unquote like industry. There's a presence of industry in North Carolina. And if you're looking to get out, have you done anything thus far in front of the camera or print ads or anything?
So I have been an extra in about 5 or 6 different movies and TV shows in Wilmington, North Carolina, Winston-Salem, different places like that. But I've never really been able to get further than that.
Gotcha. Well, I will say, back in the day, I chased a dream and moved to Hollywood, and I really think it's just a product of finding the best way to do your craft, not depending on where you are. Because I moved back home to New York, and that's when I basically, quote unquote, hit it big. But I would say, I think it's important just to align yourself with people and collaborate, because collaboration is the biggest thing, especially with modeling. Finding people who are trying to build their photography portfolios. That's an easy way to get in. Going on through Instagram and try to find other like-minded people in your area, of course. I think like Facebook does a good job of that, of trying to find groups of people that are trying to do it in your area is a big thing. You got to find a little bit of a hive, if you will, there in North Carolina.
Yeah, I think you find that supportive group of collaborators, but also I think Joe and I are of a generation where literally you had a decision to make, New York or Los Angeles. And now entertainment is so sparsed out. There's so many hubs of production. Atlanta is probably the closest to you that films a ton.
Yeah.
So if I were you, how old are you?
I am 18.
18. Okay,
great. So you got the
plenty
life.
of time.
You got the life at your fingertips here.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. Are you in school? Are you studying anywhere, or?
I am doing online school, getting a degree in marketing.
Well, they have
good.
the internet in Atlanta, so move to Atlanta.
They have internets everywhere, but look, I mean, you could be enrolled. One of the greatest assets I had was when I first moved to Los Angeles. I took, like anybody else, you sign up for acting classes, and some of the guys I met and befriended and have been friends with through the years in Los Angeles. To Joe's point, all those young comics I started off with, all the young actors I started off with, we all supported each other and found out, hey, there's an audition for this thing. Let me see if I can get you in too. And if somebody got it and the guy that instigated it didn't get it, it didn't matter because we were all young and hungry, right?
Yeah.
So find that hub, but find that market that works for you. And if you think that maybe Atlanta potentially could work for you, it's not that big of a move from North Carolina to Atlanta. It's less of a move to go from North Carolina to Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. But I know that there's a ton of opportunities, and Joe and I know probably dozens, if not hundreds of people we've worked with or collaborated with that have worked in or are now in Atlanta. I know a lot of young actors are going to Atlanta to audition. and get their feet wet in the industry. And it's, I mean, Marvel's got studios down there. There's a ton going on. Tyler Perry's down there.
Yeah,
So
a lot.
there's a ton of work to be had in that market, and not as much as being filmed in Los Angeles as you'd think.
Yeah, I would definitely say those two things. Find collaborators in your hometown that you think could help you further your career. I mean, you've already landed a couple extra gigs. How did you go about getting those?
So on Facebook, there's
said
some casting networks that I'm aware of, and then on top of that, like on Instagram, where it'll say like suggested, it'll send you to their Facebook. So
Yep.
it's easy once you find that Facebook to like look at the other ones that are kind of in similar areas.
Would you be
So
open
I
to
would
Would you
think-
be open to moving to Atlanta?
I'd love to if I could
Figure it out.
save up enough money to do it.
Right.
But the thing that I always say to folks like yourself, because I went through it myself, Whitney. I was 22. I was out of Kent State, Ohio, and I moved to New York City. You're going to be broke in Atlanta. You're going to be broke in North Carolina. You're going to be broke in New York City. You're
True.
always going to be broke. So it's just like all that has to happen is for you to get there, right? And I'm not saying it. Look, it could be anything. It could be LA. It could be New York. It could be whatever you want it to be, right? But I would have a healthy dialogue with my folks. I'd establish probably what it is I think or I want to accomplish. I'd give myself a healthy timeline to understand. And it's not a timeline of like, I'm going to make it by 25. It's like, get detail oriented, get granular about your, within the first year, I'd like to be an extra in this. Within 2 years, I'd like to be a guest star or
I'd
guest
like to have
star role.
this many things on my resume, right?
Yeah, just like, get really specific, and I think have a healthy dynamic with people you care about, whether it's your family or good friends, whatever, and then make a go of it. Because when you're 18, you got nothing to lose. When you're 21, you got nothing to lose. By the way, you could be 40. You could be in a cubicle. You got nothing to lose. So I think the great thing is you have all the time in the world ahead of you, and I wish you nothing but the best. You seem very determined and driven. At 18, you're an extra in a few films. That's more than I ever did.
Yeah, I love that about you.
And so I think you're way off to the races, a lot further along than I was at your age. So I think you're going to crush it.
And don't forget us when you're huge.
That's right. Yeah.
We want to be thanked in
Thank you
your
so much.
awards acceptance speeches. We want to be thanked in all these speeches that you give.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for calling mommy.
I'll see you next week, Joe.
Oh, yay. All right. You come to the show?
Yes, sir. I'm coming to the show in Durham.
Oh, that's
and I'll meet you there.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thanks so much.
Good luck to you, Whit.
Of course. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
It's all right.
I mean, we could trim it.
We can try it. I think
By the way, I was doing everything in my power not to be like the pervy Hollywood for the jokes,
you succeeded.
because I was sitting there going, he's going to go, cut that.
Why is it
Don't
my
do that."
fault that I'm trying to keep you likable? Why is it my fault that I'm protecting you?
It's just she's 18. She wants to be an actress. It's like, this is too easy. This is too easy. But I'm like, I'm gonna get it. So I'm not gonna say
Not
anything.
gonna say it.
I'm gonna be supportive.
You did great. I was very proud of you. You gave some great advice. See what happens when you get to it?
Yeah, but I think whatever I just said, and that's what goes on at the end. That's what goes on at the end of the interview. It's like, oh my
I love
God.
you.
I'm 18. I want to be a star. It's like, baby,
I can make you
I'll make you a star.
Move to Nashville. Live in my garage.
I'll rent you an apartment.
Steve, back it up, Daddy.
You ever driven around in Saturn?
Well, I would say that was relatively successful. I think we helped some people.
100%. And that's, Joe, that's why we're here.
We're here to try to help to
Yes.
the best of our abilities.
We know we're professional entertainers
Who might be able to help.
who might be able to help.
But that's not a good name of a podcast.
That's right. Help is not our forte,
No.
but we try
try.
harder at helping than we do on our own careers.
That's for sure.
That's why we're here.
Speaking of which, come out and see us on the road.
Yes.
JoeGattoOfficial.com for tickets for me.
Punchup.live, Steve Byrne
Yeah.
for me.
And we will see you guys out there. Be well. We'll see you next time on Two Cool Moms.
These mommies love you, so show us some love.
Please rate us and review us. Follow us on all social media and subscribe to our YouTube.